It's the morning before Christmas and Lagos did not sleep. From after parties to early morning plans, Detty December is still very much alive. Some people are just getting home, others are already on the move. So whether you're running on vibes, coffee, or pure determination, the city is up.
The generators are humming, the markets are buzzing, and traffic is already warming up. The cooks are stressed, the chickens are nervous, and someone somewhere just remembered that last-minute item. So from early prayers to early movement, this city is in full festive preparation mode.
Yes, indeed, it's the morning before Christmas, and yes, Detty December is still very much active. But right here in the Jasiri studio, 4 beautiful ladies showed up early, smiling and ready to talk. Outside, Lagos is running on vibes, adrenaline, and very ambitious plans. And inside, with thoughtful conversation, honest moments, and a little festive cheer. Hey!
So welcome one, welcome all to Jasiri. The vibes are good, the energy warm, and the coffee is working. Lagos is awake, and Christmas is just hours away. Wherever you're watching from, you belong right here. Let's start what we have come to do.
Ooh. Is the coffee really working?
Yes, it is.
I like that.
I don't really drink coffee.
Yes. Anyway, later in the show, we've got a familiar face joining us to talk, Detty December chaos to big Nollywood questions. He has no choice but to keep it real when he sits down at the table with us. Tolu's keeping him a mystery, though. He or she. But first,
you guys don't know? We do. Oh, okay.
Well,
sorry.
I can pretend if I like.
It's looking like me. The neon works.
Yes, but first on the agenda, the federal government says Nigerian security agencies are now working closely with major social media companies to identify and take down accounts linked to terrorism and criminal activities. This disclosure was made during an end-of-year briefing by the Director General of the National Counter-Terrorism Center, Major General Adebule, in Abuja. According to him, terrorist groups have increasingly used social media platforms such as TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and X to publicize attacks, flaunt looted items, raise funds, and even communicate openly with supporters.
All right, so let's take it a step further. Speaking at the briefing, Major General Laka said, and I quote, "The issue of social media platforms used by terrorist groups, if you knew how many accounts we took down. We have had several meetings with these social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and X. They are businesses looking to grow their subscribers, but we engage them, explain the effects of certain posts on national security, and we take them down." That's the end of the quote. He revealed that at a point, bandits and criminal elements were going live on TikTok, openly displaying stolen items, holding conversations in real time, and celebrating criminal activities. And so, according to him, those accounts have been taken down since. However, while authorities tighten control online, criminal networks are adapting. Major General Laka disclosed that terrorist groups are now using aliases, unverified accounts, and increasingly relying on ransom payments moved through point-of-sales POS operators, making tracking more difficult for security agencies. And so as social media continues to serve as both a tool and a weapon, a lot of questions remain. Before we take a deep dive into this, let's take some reactions first.
Deleting social media accounts is an inefficient deterrent because the cost of entry for new accounts is zero.
Yeah.
This creates a perpetual labor loop for security forces. A more decisive approach targets and deletes the actor rather than the interface, as the account cannot exist without the individual behind it. The accounts could even serve as an intelligence source for security forces. It's a digital footprint. You're obstructing justice by deleting terrorist social media posts or accounts, which could be used as evidence for legal proceedings. Stop with this incompetency and anyhowness in running Nigeria. I mean, if anything, remove them online, but archive them for legal and historical purposes. What are you saying? Who cares about their social media accounts? Why are you scared of deleting the terrorists and sending them to their maker? Hey. And what difference does that make? We all know what we're doing in this country. When the government is ready to fight terrorists, they know the exact thing to do. Honestly, tracking them makes more sense than just blocking accounts. There are terrorists who have killed many people. their social media activity can expose their networks, locations, funding routes, and collaborators. Once accounts are taken down too quickly, valuable intelligence is lost, and they simply move to harder to track platforms. Blocking stops propaganda, yes, but monitoring first, then acting is far more effective if the goal is real arrest and dismantling the groups, not just deleting pages. Having their social media account deleted is not rocket science, so stop talking as if it is a significant achievement. We understand. Use their social media to fish them out, arrest, and prosecute them. Who wants to start?
Well, oh Lord.
Who wants to? Let me start. So, we've been asking for this for a very long time, and I think in certain ways we also shouldn't have been told this until maybe a few big ones have been taken down, because it often feels like we are serving into their hands. We're giving them a little too much information. People often seem to go to the media to want to sort of trumpet and say, look at what I'm doing, but you might in fact actually be giving away. It's a strategy. It may not be a high-level strategy, but you're giving away the fact that you're about to put renewed attention on the social media platforms. That's one. Two, I also agree with a lot of people who say, why are you not using them to track? Social media means IP. It means even if you're doing VPN. I remember, I think it was Daniel Bwala who was on a Lagos radio station a few weeks ago, and who said one of the reasons they can't track them is because they're using what's Elon Musk, they're using Starlink, and they're doing it from Ghana or something like that. The incredulousness of the comments. Because what are you telling me? Starlink is a satellite. It uses the same thing that you use to track everywhere. So when we hear these kind of things, it doesn't really inspire much more confidence. Exactly. This thing has gone on far too long online.
They're able to collaborate with TikTok and other platforms, but they cannot collaborate with Starlink to find out the exact
you're the one trying to make
it
it make sense. And then I also say one other thing. I also think the platforms are also to blame. These platforms tout community guidelines. I was shadow banned, I think, about a few months ago because I reposted a story from Portugal about a young girl who had been raped and assaulted online. Thousands of people watched. Nobody called the police. It wasn't my story. I simply reposted to my stories. Instagram shadow banned me. So you can shadow ban me. And I had to say, I'm a journalist. These are stories that are important to me. These are stories that I'm interested in. And they finally lifted whatever it is. But you can quickly shadow ban me, but you don't know how to shadow ban terrorists or showing. So even the social media platforms, it's not simply about them deleting or blocking these accounts. They also have to take accountability because they know that these stories and these live streams, when they come out, they garner attention. And those things are flouting community guidelines, but you don't take them down.
But we all know that in some very same communities and countries that really have the good intent of their citizens in mind, they do regulate social media.
Exactly.
So what are we saying? It depends on the disposition that the country puts forward. If they know that Nigeria is a no-nonsense country that do not tolerate nonsense, there are so many things they will do immediately. But let me tell you something about Nigeria. We move numbers. For these social media platforms, we generate insane viewership for them.
Nigeria.
So it's a very important platform. But because we have people who don't really care, if you say, oh, go and talk to them, you'll be surprised that they'll be doing some funny things behind and introducing some age-long corruption ways that will make this social media platform look at us and like, this was kidding. If they're really serious about this thing, wouldn't they just do this and that? So there's so many things that we need to question. If we're going to put the blame on some of these social media platforms, who should be engaging them? The government. They should be engaging them. No matter how it is, if you're doing business in Nigeria, there must be some kind of taxation they pay.
We're not ready. I think one of the, if we can get that tweet up again, one of the ex-users, one of the tweets that we put up there said, from Isaac, he said, we keep making excuses for things. We're not ready to do this. Because if we are ready, it's simple. You mentioned, Lola, that there are some climes that social media is banned. It's regulated.
But they're not all, please remember, they're not all democracies, because by the time you start doing that, the whole democratic conversation too will come into it.
Social media. But there are countries like maybe the European countries that have some kind of regulation. On this.
Australia has a regulation.
They should ban. I say regulation. We can come into a room together and put some things on paper and say, this is what the terms that Nigeria wants you to operate on.
No.
And it doesn't mean they have to ban us.
We don't have that. I don't think this is important. We need to be, the government needs to be seen as doing something. I don't think their hearts and their souls are in this.
No.
They're not in it to win it. They're in it to just assuage the thirst of Nigerians that, okay, the government is not doing something or the government is doing something. That's what I feel. So if you want to kill a cockroach, you know how to kill a cockroach. You don't need to go to school to learn how to kill a cockroach. You do know how to. So there's some things that are no-brainers for me. And there are other ways of gathering your intelligence. You don't go around quick to delete an account because what happens to the history? What happens to tracking? Even the movies we watch from different climes, we know that at least there's the intro, there's the intermediary, and then there's the end. You must have a plan. You must have things to set up and know that, okay, you're not in a hurry. Some people undergo these kinds of things and take years to finally get the pieces moved together. But we're just quick to just dump everything and say, bah, we're put off, we're deactivating
it's really
the account, and then what?
quite sad how audacious these terrorists have become, from hiding in the bush, not wanting anyone
hiding
to know their
faces,
location, to coming out on social media, showing themselves, even asking citizens, where is your location, where are you? Do you understand? So the link you actually sent about this, I checked, and the first post was by one Velele saying that, asking Grok, do you remember that fellow who tweeted about a coup on the same social media, and Tinubu's DSS tracked and went after him instead of deleting his account, and they brought it up. So why is it so difficult for them to track? They keep multiplying. The more you leave them, the more they keep multiplying. The more of them come in from wherever, whatever country, they come in and they form their own coalitions and everything. And then we are the ones who actually have to suffer in the end. So, like you have actually rightfully said, if the government wanted to do something about this insecurity, by now there would be no talk of insecurity.
Because you can't track. There's always
what is the use of modern technology? I remember a film I was watching, a known terrorist. Do you know that it was a mistake of picture that he took? They just saw a satellite or like some kind of monument that was at the background.
And they started fact-checking.
And that was how they knew the exact location this serial killer had been. Sometimes I'm wondering that what is the essence of using technology? And you will tell us that you are investing so much in technology, in learning, in this, and we can use it for basic things. The military, they need these things. It's something that should not even be such a big deal. There should be a department in the military.
There is.
That takes care of all these things.
There is. So I think at the end of the day,
there is on paper.
So that's why I'm going to come to what Dasha has said. At the end of the day, it is the will. It is the want to. It is either from the pressure from the citizenry, the consequences when we're voting. There has to be something that forces their hand. Even if we don't have the capacity, we have people around the world who have the capacity. We're partnering with France for FIRS. Can we not partner with somebody who has the satellite technology that we need for insecurity? The US is offering certain things. I know, but I'm aware all of these things do come with terms and conditions from some of these countries. But sometimes you need to look at it. What is it worth? How much is it worth? Because there are people who are spending Christmas in captivity.
Of course.
Just because the students and the school teachers are back does not mean that all the people who have been kidnapped in Nigeria are back. No. There are people who will spend Christmas in captivity. Come on. Were we not told by a minister also that that Sambisa Forest was too deep for the satellite or something?
Are you kidding me?
I don't understand. When they sit down and they talk, even the Major General, I also feel like sometimes they say these things so that we can clap it. Like, they're doing something. So well. What is that?
I think this photo of, just like Tony said, all some of these things are just for us to. I was talking with someone. I said, when you see a good road, it's not something that the country needs to clap. It is part of your rights. We are entitled to have these things. But because things are never the way it should be, that's what I don't like about us. When these conversations come out, you'll be surprised at the kind of back-end conversations they are having. Where corruption creeps through the back door. Did you hear one Chinese, I can't remember, some time ago, that said Nigeria taught them about bribery and corruption.
Are you serious? No, but it's easier for them to come to Nigeria to do it because in their country, when they are caught,
it's death penalty.
It's death penalty. I'm talking about this as well.
Comments.
You know, it's actually quite possible that the reason why they decided to re-strategize to go on social media is because they're targeting a new demography. Because a lot of us, we post our live locations, we post what we do online, we post everything, our whole lives online. So it's easier to actually, you know, catch us in the act and, you know, kidnap and everything. So it's a good thing, once again, that the government decided to ban, you know, these accounts. And not forgetting that there was a US group that actually came out a few days ago to warn about a deadly attack on Christmas Day. You remember? I don't know if you saw the story. And the government responded saying that, oh yes, they know about it, but they're doing everything to.
Take us on the break. No.
Okay,
take us on a break.
Up next on Jasiri, it's live in the spotlight with actor and filmmaker Baaj Adebule. We're talking Detty December in Lagos, live behind the camera, and the changing face of Nollywood, including some questions that he won't be dodging today. So stay with us. You do not want to miss this.
Oh my God, we apologize for that very long break in transmission, but we're back and we're getting straight into it. Now joining us this morning is Baaj Adebule, actor, filmmaker, and Adebule, I'm so sorry, my apologies. Baaj Adebule, and is what I wrote, so actor, filmmaker, and one of Nollywood's most recognizable faces of his generation. Now Baaj rose to widespread attention for his role in The Men's Room, but started his acting career on the long-running Tinsel. He has since built a career that spans television, film, and storytelling, both in front of and behind the camera. Now known for taking an emotionally layered characters that he likes, he's also part of a new wave of creative thinking deeply about where Nollywood is headed. This morning, we're catching up with him in the middle of Detty December on life, the industry, and the realities behind the spotlight. Baaj, it's great to have you on Jasiri.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Baaj, okay, so welcome to Jasiri, Baaj.
Second time. Even first time.
What?
Last time I came, you were sweeter than this one.
Sweet for what?
She's not sweet again, no. She's not sweet again.
What happened? Since that time, what happened?
So because you're Hollywood, not a fine boy, now all of us on the table should be shaking.
Oh my Lord.
All his mates have married with children.
Wait! So that's what is doing you.
Oh, is this
like
one? The singleness of him, is that not what is keeping some girl still in her father's house?
Okay, so
For this Detty December.
Welcome to.
What happened
Okay.
now?
Oh, God.
Last time you were so like, I've not seen you in a long time.
So I'm going to take you from what Lola
Baaj, face that direction.
Who's that girl?
So why are you not married?
Is that what I wrote on the script?
Come on.
Lolo started it. Why are you not married?
That's not what I was, you see?
There, but
I
I'm
don't
a
understand.
journalist.
Because when the police are calling, I like asking, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
I said Detty December.
Yeah, Detty.
You don't even
Is it because you are dirty? That's why you are not married. Is it the dirtiness of December that is
Did you meet him before?
Going up and because of bad, one girl is still in her father's house to do this dirty
just one.
December.
Now, if it's just one, then it's still fine now.
Wow. Do you know there's a wildness about it that I didn't see the first time?
Wow. So you
I'm telling you, things are happening. No. Go back to your regular question.
Okay, so Baaj, how is Detty December dating for you? And
Honestly, I've just been
you know,
working
before
a
the
long
break,
time.
we were talking about Christmas. Do you still feel the vibe of Christmas? And how is Detty December dating? And how is Nigeria treating you? And why have you not jackpot? And
Why are you not
Which
married?
one should I answer?
Just say what you want to ask.
All.
Okay.
It's a potpourri.
Okay, the Detty December one. I actually just started Detty December last night, actually. I've been working the entire time.
Oh.
So a team, Efa, Kunle, and Mofe had a party yesterday night. So I said, let me use this one to start Detty December. It was a lot of fun. I've not been to a party in a while, so I had a good time. So now, maybe I'll start going to all the parties.
But this December is almost over. Tomorrow is Christmas now.
I shall partake now.
It's almost over. I think the beginning, there's more to come.
And you did not notice the people that he mentioned in the party he went are all married. Let's continue the
What was the order? This question you can't avoid, so I think we better.
Can you
get it out of the
try?
way.
Just give her a one sentence
Honestly,
answer.
if not,
so she
you
can
don't know
calm
Lolo.
down. So Lolo can do like this for you.
Honestly. Because she has the
Fine
next
for
question and she's
nothing.
going to lace it.
Honestly, I'm waiting for that click.
Eh?
I'm waiting for the click.
Oh, you want the stars, the fireworks?
Click.
from the first moment of meeting.
Do that click.
Oh my God. Hollywood and Nollywood are lying to you people. Hollywood and Nollywood are lying to you people. Do not be caught up in saying you'll see stars coming from their eyes, fireworks will be shooting, the heavens will open and the angels will sing when you meet that person. Wow.
That's just it. Can I ask you a question?
No, let me ask the question. It's okay, we move past that. Let's ask. So, you know, we've talked about this Detty December a lot, and people think, but why am I asking him? Since he just started his Detty December yesterday. And people think that we are ruining Detty December. Things are too expensive.
Yes.
There's too much traffic.
Yes.
It's the ticket prices, VIP standing is 300,000. So are we ruining it? Or are we just taking advantage? Are we being our normal Nigerian selves and just taking advantage?
Yes.
And ruining it?
Yes and yes.
Why do you think so?
Well, most of the time, when we're being our normal Nigerian self, we tend to ruin those things. Actually, so yes and yes. Usually, for Christmas, personally for me, at least growing up, it is you going to people and hang out with family. That's usually what it is about. Well, now, from prices of buses to prices of flights, that's really cut down short. And then going out generally now, especially 2 or 3 days ago, the amount of time I spent in Lekki just moving from one place to another place.
Someone told me they moved from Ikoyi to Victoria Island and it took them 3.5 hours. And he regretted why he left his house in the first.
Ikoyi in Victoria Island that you still stole.
I'm serious. That's what I asked him. I said, is it not that bridge that you crossed?
Independence Bridge.
He said, Kat, you have no idea. That he was in there for 3.5 hours.
I'm wondering what really causes this traffic, because yesterday I was coming back from Mushin axis of Lagos and we had to pass Ilukweju to enter. Tolu, if you see the going to Oshodi, going to Maryland, you know that stretch?
Yeah.
It has stretched up to the beginning of Third Mainland where it breaks into going to Ikeja and going to the Third Mainland. And you're wondering that, and that's going home traffic.
Yeah.
I think nobody left.
Let's take a break. A break I did not want to take, but we have to take it for some
And he hit
reasons.
it on the nail on the head.
Nobody went home.
But people... built his house. And now started cutting everybody.
I don't know. I hear someone say Ijebu is Ijebu.
Yeah, that's what I hear too. And apparently, if you have this, you're very wicked. Or if you have this.
Yeah, like this.
You're wicked, or you're all about vengeance or something like that.
Are you wicked?
That's why I'm evil.
Yeah, true.
All right, welcome back to Jasiri, where we'll still have actor and filmmaker Baaj Adebule in the studio with us. Thank you for staying with us, by the way.
She's the only sensible person on this table right now.
All right, so I think I'm going to ask this question on behalf of Lolo and Tolu, because, you know, they said your dimple, all the other ladies, your dimple is disturbing them. Yes.
In a good or a bad way?
I don't know. Well, Lolo definitely in a bad way. Tolu, I think she's
Ask the question I scripted.
Okay, so tell us, how do you handle the ladies? I mean, you know, the fans, the attention. What's the craziest encounter you've ever had?
Okay, how do I handle ladies? Let me answer that first. It's always very nice. It's always very when people like you and like to be around you, like to talk to you. There's always
They like to touch you. Because we were talking about
This is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm
See,
saying.
you have to pick your hustle. You can't be attacking me and be touching me.
A dimple is for everybody. It's a God creation
Are
on
you
your
going to
face.
touch me or attack me? Choose one.
Wow.
Your dimple is for everybody's consumption.
My own
I'm not
dimple
seeing
is
it
very-
personally.
Okay.
Is it like everybody can see? So out of
moving
curiosity, I
to
want to know how
chemistry
deep it is.
Please answer the question.
So I'm always trying to be as hospitable as possible. I always try to have my arms wide open because I have been in their position before. When I was much younger, I got to meet Omotala, who was like my biggest crush. Yeah. And how she handled it, even though I was just in secondary school, I still remember it till today. So anytime that happens, I always try to keep that in my head because that might be the only time they will ever meet me. So I always try to just make sure we have a good time. I leave you smiling and you have a positive experience when you meet me.
Nigerians, have they taken advantage of
Yes, of course.
So what has happened?
I just try to create healthy boundaries, you know? You ghost the person if you have to, yeah.
Wow.
You have to do what you have to do.
Let me add an addendum. What's the craziest, for lack of a better word, thing a girl has done to get your attention, like a fan, a female fan?
Okay, I usually don't pick video calls from Instagram.
You do video call.
I just don't.
So somebody was
So
just
I was just on
Instagram.
set and I was, you just playing with your phone in between takes and there was a call and I was absent-minded. I just pressed
picked-
it. Yeah. The video was not, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Very nice chick. Nice girl though.
Wait, how far? So what happened after that? You guys did not see?
I
you
just
didn't talk?
got the call. You can't have a clue. I was not even in a private place. Like anyone could have been walking behind me.
That's what I
Say
look at.
Jesus first.
You know what I look at?
This young man.
This young man. I honestly know that he's such a goody two shoes kind of person.
Oh, thank goodness.
You will know that he doesn't, Jesus boy forming bad. Is that kind. You know those that are trying to be bad. You know those people that in the film they will give him a lighted cigarette and they go to blow powder from mouth. That's him. You know if he do anything wild and wacky.
If it says so.
So
Do you know if he does it?
remember, you said he's waiting for the. So the person that's going to bring the fireworks, might pull it out. Please let's focus. Let's focus on our focus and get back on track. Okay, so let's talk Nollywood now. So we love the attention Nollywood is getting. We love the global buzz. We love the fact that we're streaming and, we're from candidly is taking a movie abroad. And people are selling out cinemas abroad. But it's still an industry that faces criticism and even big questions about quality, access, and direction. So what we've seen is that there's an increasing debate about influencers being cast as actors mainly for their followings and how those followings can translate. So Baaj, who has... See, every time you sip your tea, I know that there's something there. So don't even try to play. So let's talk about it. What do you think of that trend? So producers hope that their numbers translate. I don't always know if the numbers from their followers do translate to box office or streaming numbers. But how do you feel about that in terms of chasing virility and social media numbers and how it might be changing the quality of storytelling in Nollywood?
I think before I started producing, my opinion was very black and white. It was you should go for talent first. That should be your priority and everything. But when you start producing, you start to understand that the numbers really matter. And you can't just pick an actor just because the actor is brilliant. It always has to have that following and so on and so forth, which is where the influences come in. But I also know, or let me just say no, I also feel like Nigerians, the audience, can tell when that is all you're doing. Yeah. When your cast is devoid of real talent and it's just a bunch of popular people. They can tell, and I've seen them talk about it. So it's really more about you getting the balance, and I think Hollywood, they do it better in the sense that they will cast maybe an influencer to play himself, but more of like a cameo. But here, can't
They
do the
take
opposite.
over main roles.
Yeah, they take the main role, and then not necessarily they don't have any acting talent, but the usual person that might have taken it now plays the cameo because he's not that popular or she's not that popular, which is weird, but it's Nollywood anyways, so it is what it is.
Okay, because they said I must ask you a question and Tolu is giving me the looks. For me, I think, would you say that Nollywood is bigger and more visible than ever? Well, that's an obvious thing, especially with the advent of this YouTube visibility where everybody can just
easily
get on
access it,
without any stress. Do you think that we're getting better or we're just getting louder? Because if you look at the quality of production, let's even leave quality. Let's talk the quality of storytelling.
Yeah.
Every
Of the
rom-com you
script.
see is the same.
Same, yeah.
Just different actors.
And sometimes
In
almost,
fact, I've
similar,
even
almost
seen-
the same actors.
That's what I'm saying. I've seen even similar stories. It's still the same organizer that married the rich girl.
Yeah.
And it's the same, just different actors and different producers.
Yeah.
Would I say that is making us better
No, sir.
storytellers?
No, sir.
Or how would you describe
I
that?
think the facing that particular one is the usual problem that not just Nigeria, actually, generally, it's this hole is making so much money, so let's pour everything into it. So that's, and Nollywood does that a lot. Once a particular genre, a particular storyline, a particular school of thought is making money, everybody starts making that till they drown it, then they move to another thing. And that's how we've always done things. So I think that's what's going on now, but it's not a good thing. If so I don't know.
But some people will say that Nigerians are just not naturally receptible.
That's what they always say, but I've never,
Different types of stories.
I've never agreed to that. Because the same Nigerians are the ones watching the Hollywood films. They're watching Korean films. They're watching Bollywood. These guys have different genres of films that they make. Same Nigerians. So I've never agreed to that.
So is it about the fair? Is it about the people behind the camera who are much more reluctant
Yes, I'm going with more of that.
to change the formula?
I'm going more of that than the
Because
other way.
if it's not broken, why do you change?
Why fix it?
Yeah, and usually what will end up happening, like King of Boys is pretty much the best example. Before King of Boys, you wouldn't have thought that's a good place to go. You'd have wanted to stay safer, blah, blah, blah. Next thing, King of Boys came out and people started making a lot of gangster
More
type.
hardcore.
So that's usually what happens. And before then, you'd have probably thought Nigerians don't want to see anything like that. So it's usually a case of someone just has to really go out of the box and make something different. And everybody now, that's usually how it works.
I started seeing the horror genre, the proper
I'm okay
horror
doing one next
genre
month, actually.
that's not necessarily tied to like the village people are doing. You do that is,
I even think old Hollywood horror, old Nollywood horror was better.
Scarier.
Do you remember?
Actually, no, it was
I remember
younger.
them.
Well, that's another thing.
you could, your
Because
impressions, you
we're
didn't have
watching it
enough to
from the
compare
lens
it
of the
to.
child.
Yeah, I am
Yes.
a manga was, but if you see it now,
It may you be like, what's this?
What then seems to be the problem still that Nollywood faces? I mean, even with the international attention, even with the growth, Nollywood is huge. When you hear South Africans talk about Nollywood, they say it's a game changer. Then Nollywood in CDs would be, I don't know how you used to get to countries like Sudan, in Mali, and Niger, and it was a home video, it was in CDs. It was still good. So Nollywood, for a lot of people, it's a game changer. But somehow, we're getting something wrong in Nollywood. What would you say that is? I hear about horror movies. I would watch a horror movie, but I will not be quickly sold on that, because I think for me, it will be interpretation of some. It's like if you want to shoot an action film, just make sure everything makes sense. Not they do somebody coming down and doing 360 in places where they are not supposed to do 360. So for me, it's believability and being able to convince, but that's me. But for you, I would ask, what do you think is a problem, is a core problem Nollywood is facing? That I know people don't like to talk about it per se.
well, maybe when I say this, I'm including myself in it, and it's a quality issue. It's really majorly a quality issue.
Of what? Quality of production, quality of producers, quality of
I think
scriptwriters,
it goes
quality of
across
talent.
the board, right from the writing to the acting to the producing to the filmmaking to the editing. It's all across the board because it's a collaborative effort. Yes, we have gifted actors, gifted writers, gifted filmmakers, quite all right, yes, but I don't think we have as many as we hope we do. And it's also very difficult to get everyone to work together to create that brilliant thing. So I think to be able to just strike gold and make like a 3 Idiots or just one film that really just cuts across the boundaries of the world and really just like a Squid Game or something. To be able to do that level of quality and that kind of film, there will always be that. Nigeria is loud, Nollywood is loud, they are making a lot of productions and a lot of films, but it's just quantity over quality at the moment. But I think it's happening. There are a lot of people making a lot of good stuff. Maybe it's already been made, it's just not out yet. So fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. I hope I'm a part of it when, because that would be amazing.
The talent is too much.
Yes, indeed. Well, Baaj, you've done a lot of work since you joined Nollywood. Hollywood. Since you joined Nollywood, is there any role that you regret saying no to? And what role did you say yes to that you're like, oh, I definitely made the right decision?
No, the easiest one would be Sugar. Yeah, it was so dumb. It was so
You
dumb.
said no to sugar.
Yeah.
Was it a timing conflict? Was it the role you were offered?
So at the time, I didn't know what Sugar was.
Yes.
So I'd never seen it. I didn't even know anything about it. And I'd auditioned for that and another production that was supposed to be the big one. And they already told me that I was going to do it. So when Sugar called, I was like, oh, I'm supposed to do this or that one. Can I do it? They're like, no, you have to pick one.
Wow.
I'm like, I don't really know you guys. I know these guys.
The bird in hand.
Yeah, then I was hanging out with my friends and I told them and everybody flipped.
Wow.
They opened their phone, showed me what Sugar was. I'm like, oh
Why
my
did you not
God.
open your phone and research before you said no?
Because I just said yes to the other ones. I was still young now. I was still trying to do everything prima proper. Now say yes to everything and then tell later. So it was after that, I now called them, said they already cast someone else. I was begging, like, okay, we'll find something for you. From like a very serious role to bartender. It was painful. It was painful.
I know, I know. So if you could design your dream character, dream role, what would it be?
I still want to do a psychological thriller. I haven't had the chance to do something like Seven, Silence of the Lambs, something like that.
Silence of the
yeah, Nigeria, we don't make those kind of films. Yeah.
Don't you know?
I'll see if I can pull it off.
I don't know if we public Nigerians, people that like those kinds of film are people that really want to watch and think.
Yeah, it's a niche kind of film.
Easy stories.
No, but there are lots of Nigerians that appreciate those.
I didn't serve that audience.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe that audience, and you know that this is a game of numbers and money.
Yeah,
This
it's not like
audience
making
that
a
you're
lot of
talking
them.
about, they are very small compared to
get
the
you.
teeming public that is going to consume a product.
I get you, but you can't make only those kind of films. You have to make other kind of films, and there are enough of those kind. There are actually enough of those kind. So I think I need more of those types.
Why are you looking at me like you want me to do that kind of?
We do a lot of slapstick
I can do it with you now.
comedy.
Yeah,
once
because it's
flowery
safe. I think because we feel
flowery.
it's safe. And that's where the money comes from, and you just preferably feel like, let me just stay
Make my money
within
and go to the next one,
what is
make my
safe
money,
and
go to
what
the next one,
generates.
make my-
Because this, like Lolo says,
It's a
something
money
of
game,
numbers.
it's a numbers
And the
game.
numbers are not numbering. Wow.
They're not doing it,
So, you know, she asked this question, you say you want to do a psychological thriller along the lines of Silence of the Lambs and Seven. So do you think you've been typecast? You've been stuck in the box of lover boy, bad boy?
I worked myself to the bone to make sure that doesn't happen, and it has been working perfectly. Yeah, so I've been lucky enough to do different kind of roles over
What's
the
wrong
last
with the
year.
lover boy and the bad boy? If somebody can be
It
known
got
as an
boring for
action,
me.
if somebody can be known as an action star his whole career, what's wrong with being known as a lover boy, bad boy?
I would have loved to be an action star, but we don't do too many action here. But yeah, but the Loverboy thing, it's first and foremost, there are too many people that can easily do it. Not easily, but too many people that can do it.
Yes, I've been fine.
So there's and some talent. But yeah, fine face helps. But when it comes to like deep drama roles, biopics, psychological thrillers, even action, it demands more from you.
And that's what you want to show.
And yeah, that's what I like playing with. The romantic comedies, they are fun to do, no doubt. But I still did Christmas to Love, and it was really fun to make. But it's I don't know how to put it, but it's very
not
close
the
to
totality.
autopilot, kind of.
So you two, you kiss on set. Do you have a girlfriend? Because Lola can be saying everything she wants to say.
No, she's getting
You
there.
need to answer the fans. Is
Not,
there
Lola is going to tie it into
not
her
a
next
fiance,
question.
not a Mrs.
I'm
in
not single.
waiting? You said sorry?
I'm not single.
Oh, okay. Did you hear that?
No, you didn't tell Lola since now.
Leave him now.
She
Let
never
him be
asked.
letting
She
me
just
be doing
went
it.
for me straight.
Oh, he's not single and there's no ring. Oh, maybe now the girl engage her. So they don't give
How long
guy.
have you not been single? Let's even know how
It's
long.
been for a bit.
A bit.
Yeah.
See yourself.
Let me go and check his Instagram. Or maybe there's
No,
child
but it's
crying.
private, right?
Yeah.
Private. Is that why
Is
it's
she
not
in the
wearing ring?
industry?
No, she's not.
So she lets you go about with that ring or leash on your
Should I
neck.
give her a number so you call and ask her?
Please let her call her so we can.
Let's go so that we can settle this thing once and for all.
So how does she feel about you kissing on screen? Because that's been a big issue.
She hasn't raised any issues about it.
Have you
actually,
guys
so.
talked about it?
One time I can assume she doesn't watch it, but I think she watches it, and
Why are you not dating somebody in the industry?
and that just didn't happen. Like it wasn't like an intentional. What? Nollywood has so many fine women. What?
So would you say fame has changed you? Because a lot of people respond to us actors differently. It's either people think that your life is together because you are on screen, and they think you have an insane amount of wealth.
That's true.
That's another myth that we need to feel like they own you.
This laugh is not that much.
Or do you miss that, time when you had that anonymity that nobody really just reckoned? You can still go around the street and buy Bolly without anybody saying, "Can I take a selfie?"
At first I felt that way, but I think as time has gone on, I've just gotten used to that life. So it's been very hard to go back to that now. I'm very used to just going anywhere and being recognized, and someone take a picture, wants to have a conversation, wants to help. I'm very, very, very.
And none of your friends have said you are not prideful. I can
have the same friends I've had for over a decade now.
How do you do that? How do you?
It's not intentional. They just happen to always be like people that have always been my G's and stuff.
So if you weren't acting, what would you be doing? Like, do you have a side
I would love to have been
hustle?
a pilot.
A pilot?
Yeah. Okay, actually,
I can see
an astronaut is the real thing, but astronaut used to come from Sule, so closest thing. Yeah, but there's this idea of just flying and being able to see the world from such a high place. And the closest you're going to be to get there is.
But I think it's something one can
I
still
can
do.
definitely see.
Yeah, I keep looking there. Hopefully, I'll, at least, even if it's not like I'm not doing the big plane, just those small ones that just carry like 2 or 3 people.
Your family members have not sat you down and told you don't try it and enter prayer and fasting.
If you do that, they've been doing that all my life, and I've never really listened.
So how, if like, what do you do as side hustle? Like when you're not acting, what do you do?
For fun? Honestly, I'm really that guy that spends most of his time around movies. If I'm not making, I'm watching. If I'm not watching, I'm analyzing.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
I don't have that.
Because I was going to say, first of all, don't say Scarface. Too many.
I love Scarface, but
we all love Scarface. We all love The Godfather.
Yeah,
you don't have.
Godfather is definitely.
Okay, so if you don't have an all-time favorite, what's like your top 3 that come to the top of your mind?
Just like top 10 or something. Okay, just off the top of my head. Okay, I already said Silence of the Lambs. I really love that film. Pulp Fiction, Inglourious Bastards.
Okay, you don't even need to. So
you trying to make us know your age?
3 Idiots.
Well, are you saying you don't have any favorite Nollywood?
Specific. No, Sylvia, Ojukokoro.
Hey, you like Sylvia? I was in it.
Wow.
Oh yeah, you were.
This is a nice
That's one of my favorites actually. For real. Like it's even one of it's the only film, man. I don't know if I can say it here. It's the only film, I mean, not Hollywood, in the entire world that made me feel scared and aroused at the same time. No film has been able to do that.
I think she did an excellent job.
She was amazing. Zena Balogun, she was amazing.
Sometimes the Nigerians and the acceptability of films is something that needs to be studied privately, because you are wondering that there's some films that people put a lot into. And to be, you know, like this year, Funke departed from comedy. She had done something on another level. And a lot of people, you know, you see that mixed feeling of, we still want slapstick. We still want
it's a Nollywood thing. Once they identify you with a particular thought or ideology or thing, they don't want you to shift from that. It's like you're disorganizing their world, because in their world you're this.
The audience has to constantly be exposed, and they have to evolve for them to also be able to.
They will complain about it, quite alright, but it's for you not to adhere to that complaint and go back now.
And not only chasing the millions in the box office.
You know, people saw me in the market yesterday and they actually said, Lulu, you've lost weight too. You're not eating. What do you want me to be healthy?
Before I let you go, what's one lesson fame has taught you?
Stay grounded. Yeah.
How does that happen? How do you do that?
Well, okay.
Keep your day ones. The ones that can
yeah. Because even when I go to like an event and one of them or 2 of them happens to come, when they are there, there's still that element of so they are fans and everything. But when I can see me in their eyes, and it's still me they are seeing. They can see all these girls, they can see all the fans, they can see all the pictures, but they can still see me because there'll be that giggle of to this one. You get it? So it helps you stay grounded. It helps you not have your head in clouds or more. And it definitely helps you stay humble, which always helps.
So what do you think about exposing your life to social media? Like I think
it's a terrible idea.
You just, you know, give us a little glimpse, like you have a very private life, and I know that personally. But now I see couples using that like for content for work.
Yeah.
What's your
I considered it actually. I considered it. I like hell now. But I'm not like if you have the bandwidth for it, if you have the lever for it, the power for what comes with it. Because my own opinion is, if you're going to expose your private life on social media, then you have no say on what happens next.
Absolutely.
You've told them that they should come into your life like that, then you cannot start getting upset about it.
It feels like a door that's always
once you open it, you can't close it.
Impossible
you can't to close it.
But if you close it, it's very hard to close it, but almost impossible to close.
Personally, I don't encourage it. I don't think you should do it. Especially if you have children, I don't think you should do it at all. But I don't like beating people over the head with it. If you want to do it, it's your life. But personally, it's just...
So we'll not see your wife delivering in maternity ward?
Just...
Wow. That's
So-
super.
I don't even know how people put that up.
Lolo,
man.
you know your name
Like,
is under outro. Your name is under outro.
I just had to do something to, every time I'm with Baaj, he's very, very introverted sometimes. It looks that way. So I like to just push him a little and nudge him, and just, to get him out of his head sometimes. Thank you so much.
thank you,
It's always
thank
a
you.
pleasure having you on the Jasiri table. I hope we can just call on you anytime. we need you.
Anytime, like I said last
Anytime
time,
you want to
I'm
be,
here, man.
touch your dimple,
I
you're
will
going to
help you.
allow
Next
us.
time she won't be around. How about that?
I know, I love her being around.
So she should be around.
Of course.
Oh, so he likes pain.
She has been trying to touch me
Merry
all day.
Christmas
for
in
God's sake. I
advance.
love it.
But we never knew there was
Are you
something.
inviting us for a Christmas jollof?
Yeah, won't you call us to your house to see this anonymous person?
I'd rather come to your house, man.
Wow.
Lolo, your name is at outro. I'm waiting
All
for you.
right, thank you very much, Lagos. This is our pre-Christmas edition. We're hoping that we're going to see you bright and early tomorrow to spend Christmas together. We love to do it. But please involve us. I'm available for jollof. Involve us. Outing. After the show, please help me. My father and mother have died. So please, I'm an orphan. And I don't have money for the holidays or family, except my children that are taking from me. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.